Alright, hello everyone. This is my first time live streaming. I'm gonna go ahead and do a Code Vein level 1 challenge run. I've played Code Vein multiple times already, so this is not gonna be a blind run. If anyone wants to join in during the gameplay, I'm fine with that. I'm willing to let people in. All I ask is that you are level 1 yourself. If you are not, that's understandable. I can understand that not everyone's going to be level 1. I love Code Vein. This game is amazing. I will be doing the DLCs. As you can see, I have all the DLCs there. I love Code Vein. This game is amazing. I already set a character up for us, so you didn't have to sit there and wait for me for like a long time, because I really do enjoy the customization in this game. I think the customization in this game is phenomenal. The customization is very good for most games, to be honest. Code Vein did a really good job on the customization, so I'm gonna try to make this a no-death run. Keyword try. Level 1 runs on this game is very difficult, especially when you got bosses like Gilded Hunter. You got Gilded Hunter, of course, Cannoneer and Blade Bearer. Those two are really difficult to solo level 1s on. The DLC, of course, is going to be extremely difficult, but let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into Code Vein. I'm really excited to do this for you guys. This is going to be my first Let's Play of hopefully many. I hope that a lot of you enjoy this, and I'm always willing to play this game online with other people. So, and if you just even need help farming equipment, I'm always willing to help people out in this game. So if you want, like, if you're stuck somewhere, anything, for any reason, if you're just having a lot of trouble, even if you just want someone to play with, I mean, I'm definitely willing to play with anybody.
Ordinarily, a revenant has only one blood god.
I'm gonna skip the tutorial because I don't really need it, but I do have DLC, so as you guys already saw that, but I do have the DLC gear as well, so it can be I'm gonna most likely be using the Blood Veil, the Venomous Claw. That is my favorite Blood Veil. It is the God Eater set one. It was a God Eater DLC Code Veil.
Welcome back. Hello. How are you feeling? Don't worry. It's okay. I don't remember either. Over there.
During cutscenes, I will stay quiet because I don't want to
It's dry, isn't it?
zone out anything that is very important to the story. I am going for... Well, I'll actually I'll let chat decide. What ending would you guys like to see? Bad ending, normal ending, or good ending? I sadly cannot get the true ending on this character because she's brand new. We would have to do... We're going to end up doing all the endings eventually. I just want to know exactly what chat would like for the first ending. Would you guys like to see the bad ending, the normal ending, the good ending? It's up to you. So, go ahead and decide. I know how to get all the endings. So, hopefully that will... You know, I'll get you guys involved with this Let's Play. And again, if you have a level 1 character and you want to jump in, right, even at the very beginning, I'll make this a co-op run. If I got someone who's willing to go through the whole game with me, I'm fine with that. We can do a co-op run.
It seems everyone, everywhere, is thirsty. There is a spring that will cure that thirst, one that weeps tears of blood. That's what they said, anyway. This way. It's all right. It's all right. So, it is you. Here. This is for you.
A new spring and a fresh source of labor. We really hit the jackpot.
Get up. It's time for a bit of fun.
On your feet. We're about to go hunt some blood deeds. Hurry up and get ready.
You're awake then? Whoa. Keep it down. Your friend just fell asleep.
Alright, I was just testing to see if my chat was working, guys. Sorry about that. Okay. So,
Time to work. Check your gear and come up.
like I said, I have played this game before, so I am not going... This is not a blind. I do know how to play this game and handle myself. Like I said, if anybody wants to tag along with this, if you own Code Vein and you want to make a level 1 character right now,
This one's
you can go ahead and do that.
thick.
I definitely don't mind. I would definitely love to find somebody who's willing to do a co-op run, because not right now, but
Right. I'm on my way.
a good friend of mine named Dark on PlayStation, him and I are going to do a level one
Dried up. So
challenge run, but it's gonna have a lot of specified rules. We'll have them in the description of what it is.
You know what these are, right?
blood beads, right?
Yes, very good. Now I want you to search for blood beads in the tunnels ahead of here. You see, it's only a short time before the collectors come to take our levy. But once they do, I'm afraid we won't have any blood beads to give them. If we don't find some, Silva's hounds will strip the shirts right off our backs. Well, that's the long and short of it.
Why does it have to be us?
Don't ask me. The stupid levy system was Silva's idea. If you have a complaint, I suggest you take it up with him.
You lot go first. Get to work.
Don't. There's a better time and place. For now, we just have to obey.
Next!
Whoa there. You wait here with us. You can have this one back when you return. In exchange for any blood beads you find, of course. Oh, and I hear the hunter has been showing up around here lately. So make sure you don't all get killed.
You heard him. Move it!
Ouch. Hey, you okay? It looks like we can't get back up from here. We'll have to look for another way back. Oh, I'm Oliver Collins, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Alright, so now we're about to get into the actual part of the game now. So, resting at missiles. When you rest near a missile, your HP and regeneration uses are restored, along with your Ichor. However, your Ichor stock limit will return to normal if it's been increased by gifts. You can also acquire gifts contained in your blood codes by selecting acquire/inherit gifts and increase your gift proficiency using items. Lastly, beware that defeated enemies will revive after you rest near a missile. So if any of you played Dark Souls, long story short, this is the new bonfire. So killing all enemies and then coming back to it will force all enemies to respawn.
I've seen one before. I say dead, but they're not really dead. It's just as daring to escape before they turn into real monsters. So I've heard. Sometimes it takes years for the transformation to start, so we can just leave them.
Hey Kira, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day, man. It's my first time going through a live stream. I decided, you know, why not? I'll try to show off some Code Vein. I really want this game I really love this game, and I really do want to get more people onto the servers. So I'm doing a level 1 challenge run.
Whatever you can to survive.
So I will pretty much have access to everything. The only thing I am not allowed to do is level up. So my level will always stay level 1. Using and upgrading regeneration. HP can be recovered through the use of regeneration. Resting near missiles will refill your regen stock. The number of regens and the amount of HP recovered can be increased using regen extension factor and regen activation factor. Regeneration can be used as items while exploring. Select items to use item, it's your D-pad buttons. So anyway, yeah, hold to dash. So this is your pretty typical, somewhat of a Dark Souls game. You got your life bar there in the red, you got the white stamina there, that's my stamina bar. Of course, when it's depleted, I have to give it time to charge. Heavy axe, yes please. This pipe is no good, so. Yeah, I'm really glad to hear too in chat that people love Code Vein. I really hope that this game thrives, and I hope we get a second one too. I mean, really hoping that we get a second one as well, because this is easily my top favorite game. My original top favorite game was Fairy Fencer. I could do a run of that if you guys want as well, but of course, let's just work on one run at a time. I don't want to get a million different runs going. So, there's a guy behind here. Okay, focus state. Your focus gauge fills as you get hit or dodge enemy attacks. Once it is full, your stamina will be replenished and you will enter a focus state. You become harder to stagger and you can more easily stagger enemies. You also gain the ability to knock enemies into the air and perform a drain attack on one, R1 plus triangle launch attack. Enemies are also able to become focused. So, So if I do that when I'm focused, I'll show you. I'll purposely get myself in focus. So I'll let him hit me, and I'll show you what it means. Come on. The AI in this game gets more smarter as the game goes. So as you can see, there's that little bar there. That's focus. When that's full, I can do a special attack, which is right... Ow. Okay, well, I don't want to die. I'm not going to die this early. Like that. Now if I do this... Oh man, he died. No! I didn't mean to kill him. There we go. You can do that. That is a, it gives you +2 Ichor, and it is a special attack that only... You can only do that when you're focused. So focus is kind of like your trump card, I guess you can say. Yes, this game is one of the only few Dark Souls capable games I know that handles guns. I love this. This is a very unique weapon type in this game. I like using guns, but sadly, this character will not be a gun. I am going to use my preferred fighting style, which is two-handed sword and one-handed sword. Because I do not want to, since I'm already limited down to level 1, I do not want to use a weapon I'm not particularly too good with. Ouch. Ow. So I'm going to show you guys where all items are. Now if you notice, if you look around, you can see enemies hiding in spots. You want to definitely, this game is definitely like a typical Dark Souls game. You definitely want to keep your eyes out. Oh, I missed an item. You want to keep an eye out, check around corners, check corners, check up ladders, down ladders. You definitely want to be looking around because they love to hide enemies in very sneaky spots. Very, very sneaky spots. So. And if any of you have any questions about Code Vein... Oops, I did not mean to skip that. Poop. Can I... I don't know. I did not mean to skip that.
Sure, I can wait.
Blood code. I know. It was, there was blood veils that it was talking about. Changing blood codes. Blood veils. Okay, I accidentally skipped it. Oh, wait, here we go. Gifts and drain attacks power differ depending on the blood veil you equip. Blood veils also affect stat scaling and drain ratings. For example, using Blazing Roar with a blood veil possessing high dark gift efficiency will increase the attack's power. So think of it like this. Your blood veil is your armor you choose. Depending on the one you're wearing, depends on, like, as you can see, like, your stats, pretty much. Also, there's types of blood veils. There's Claw, that is Spear, this is Hound, and this is Spikes. Depending on the blood veil you have, depends on how your blood veil attacks. The one I will be using is a Claw, the Venomous Claw. It is, again, the DLC one. I prefer that one because you lose defense, but you gain massive attack. So it reward... Oh, I missed an item. Man, I am not doing good with these items. I apologize, guys. I am usually not this bad. Okay, so that was a little shortcut to get us back to the first missile. And as you saw, the enemies did respawn. Tutorials! Information about the controls and hints on exploration can be viewed at any time from read hints on the menu screen. Thank you, game. Okay, so here's a secret item a lot of people miss. If you just come down here. Yes, I did know this path was here. Queenslayer Greatsword. This is probably going to be my main weapon for quite some time. So, get used to it. I love greatswords in this game. Greatswords is definitely one of my favorite types of weapons. So, how's the video quality, guys? Is it like sound okay? Game volume too loud, too quiet? Let me know in the chat.
Are you okay? Did you get hurt? That could have gone better. I'll catch up with you in a bit. Don't worry about me. I'll be all right. Go on. You just focus on finding some blood beads, all right? That girl is waiting for you.
Alright, I'm glad to hear that. Glad to see everything's working. Alright, so as you can see, Oliver's mask got cut there. When you breathe the miasma in the air, you start becoming a wasp. So we'll see what happens with that later on. Now, of course, just like every other Dark Souls game, there is a parry system as well. Depending on... Oops, I messed that up. I'm not used to parrying with hounds. I prefer claw and spear. Not spear, sorry, spike. So let's try that again. Ah, I'm being bad. Wow, I am like bad today. If I die trying to parry, I'm gonna be sad. Wow, I am like bad. Wow, I'm never this bad parrying. What's going on? There we go. I'm never that bad parrying. Wow. I am disappointed with myself there. I'm actually disappointed with myself there. Oh, thank you. As enemy attacks are L2 to parry. Thank you, game. I just described that. Okay, so of course there's a backstab feature in this game as well. So if you are sneaky quiet, ninja-like, sneak up behind enemies, you can backstab them. The backstab is just like the parry pretty much, only you ain't gotta parry them to get it. So that's a more efficient way of battling, especially harder foes. And then of course you have skills down there as well. So this will buff me, and this is an actual attack skill. So these are called gifts. Those are, gifts can be, depending on the blood code you're using, depends on the gifts you can obtain. Now also, you can master it. If you notice at the beginning it said I mastered these. That means if, let's say I equip Caster, I can still have the abilities from this blood code on Caster, because I mastered it. So you can have a bunch of different combinations, really nice builds, because every blood code obviously has different stats. Because it's kind of like your class, kind of in a way. Think of it like Phantasy Star Universe's type your character type. Because of course, depending on your character type, depends on what you can use. And then of course, depending on how heavy your gear is, there is a roll system. So the heavier your gear, the slower you can move. Don't worry about that too much. You want to play with the style you prefer. You'll get practice in over time. You'll be all right. Just get practice in with the weapon type you like. Of course, as you can see as well, when it comes down to blood codes, you get like the mobility quick. So let's say I equip this one, my gun now, I have quick dodge roll. So it can also depend on the situation you're in, depending on what blood code you use. So keep that in mind when switching between blood codes. And again, if anybody wants to join in on this run and you own the game, go ahead. I definitely don't mind making this a co-op. I really do hope I can find somebody willing to do that. That would be really fun. Regen Inducer 5. Do. Now this game also has enemies that try to pretend they're not alive, so keep an eye on that too. That way you don't run straight into an ambush and get killed, because this is just like a Dark Souls game, exactly, pretty much. You are there's traps laid out throughout the game. You definitely want to keep an eye on your surroundings. You do not want to get cornered or get into a bad situation and get killed. Level up. You can level up by spending Haze when resting at the missile. Leveling up increases your HP, stamina, attack, and gift power. I am not allowed to do this, so that is useless to me. Now let's take out Big Boy here. Hopefully he doesn't launch me off the edge. Do. Hello, mister.
Are you a fellow explorer?
Yes.
It appears you're alone.
Yes, I am.
I'm on my own at the moment, too. I was hoping for a partner for the path ahead. What do you say? Would you mind working together? At least until we're through here? Don't worry. I'm not gonna stab you in the back. My asthma and the Lost here are enough trouble as it is.
Alright, let's go together.
Thanks a lot. I'm glad to work with you.
So this is our first NPC partner. I know we had Oliver at the beginning, but Oliver really only helps you with, like, you know, like, very few battles. So I know who this guy is. He is a very important character in the story, but for now, for anyone who this is the first time they're watching and they don't know this game, I'm trying not to have any spoilers. Oh, also as well, again, just in case if you didn't hear me at the beginning, chat, I am allowing you guys to decide on which ending we get first. I am sadly not allowed to get the true ending on this character, as it is a first time run character, but you can either, we can either do the bad ending, the normal ending, or the good ending. So you guys take your time and you decide what you want to see. I have no problem doing any ending. It will be a 100% regardless every time, so I will get all the items and stuff, but depending on the ending will depend on what we do. So you guys decide in chat what you want, and we can, whoa. Do 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 do. Yeah, I know, Kira. I know I have to get you. I know I have to speed run you. I'm just trying to do a little. I'm just trying to start a little stream here for everybody. Just trying to lighten the mood up. Hopefully, get this game more recognition than it. I mean, I'm not saying it didn't get a lot of recognition. This game made a... I'm really happy how much copies of this game has been sold. I love Code Vein. This is a great game. I'm very happy to have been one of the people to buy a copy and support it. It is an amazing game. And I highly recommend, if any of you guys like a challenge, this game is definitely for you. Yay, my first subscriber. Woo! Hopefully the first of many. Anywho, chat, I'm still waiting though. Like I said, take your time on it. Just decide on what ending you would like to see. You got until I get to the cathedral to decide, so you got plenty of time.
Hey, you. That's... forget it. We'll talk later.
I'm gonna get... Right, so what I did there was I learned the ability, the gift, but I also mastered it. You can use items to instantly master the abilities. That's very helpful, especially when you're doing first-time runs, because that way you can get access to stuff much quicker than you normally would be able to.
We're not
So,
far from the surface now.
definitely keep on the lookout for items like that. They're called awakes. Those are the ones that allow you. Depending on how strong the skill is, depends on what kind of awake you need.
That's it. That's quite valuable. Let's use it well.
Do 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 do. Alright, so as you can see here, this guy is clearly and obviously in plain sight. Like I said, keep on the lookout for traps in this game. This is one of those moments. You're gonna run it. You're gonna look at that. And you're gonna be like, "Hey, I'm just gonna run in and charge this guy." But you're gonna notice right up here, there's a big guy just chilling on the ceiling. Obviously, once I go and get him, he's gonna come down. So you got to keep on the lookout for traps like this.
Watch out.
Hey, look! Don't be judging my Nekos. We all know I'm a Neko fan here. Let's not beat around the bush. We all know I'm a Neko fan. I got hit by that. Not paying attention. Another thing I would like to show you guys as well when it comes down to the Thornblood Veil. the Thorn one, in my opinion, is the best one to start with if it's your first run, because you have that ridiculous range on it, and that can kill enemies that are not provoked yet. So let's say like this guy was alive, and well, I'll show you on an actual live one later, so don't even worry about that. I'll show you guys on a live one. But this is, in my opinion, the best type of blood veal to go for your first run with, because they are somewhat heavy. A little bit, but they have a lot of armor stats. So definitely one of my more recommended ones for first-time players. And the range on that Thorn can really come in handy. So
Good. That's light from the surface.
it's light. Cutscene.
Once someone is lost, they can never come back. Cast aside their darkness.
So as you guys can see, poor Oliver has turned into a loss. That's what happens when you breathe in too much miasma. And now it's my job to put him out of his misery. Alright, I'll give you that one, Oliver. I'll give you that one. I am not dying to the first boss, though.
Calm down.
She's all right. By the way, both of you,
All revenants must pay a levy. There are no exceptions.
Vestige. Best to stay away from those stones. Anyone who touches them is defiled, transformed into the lost. Don't listen to their whispers.
Someone has to be sacrificed. Without blood beads, we won't make it.
Once she's settled down, let's get out of here.
Someone has to be sacrificed.
So, he told me not to touch it, but I'm curious, and we all know curiosity killed the cat. So, let's do what he tells us not to do. Let's touch it.
Wait, what are you...
Let go! It'll swallow you up!
It's all right.
Well, mistakes were made.
Do it.
What the hell?
Boop, 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 boop.
just this once. We won't make it if you take them.
All revenants must pay a levy of blood beads. There are no exceptions. Sorry.
Daddy! Mommy!
Someone has to be sacrificed. Without blood beads, we won't make it.
The few humans that remain are under Silva's control. Wandering revenants like us, forced to hunt for blood beads, or face death. Even if some revenants must be sacrificed for our survival.
Well, I guess you reap what you sow, right? But that's all right. What's important is that at least one of us makes it.
This is a memory echo. It's a place where lost recollections still wander. Come, let's move on. If you use that stairway, I believe it should take us back to the world outside this memory.
Is this the past of one of the lost? No. There's no way.
So that was a vestige, one of many. That's all I gotta say.
What the hell was that?
It was a memory, carved into that vestige by the one who left it behind.
I didn't expect that I'd get dragged into it too.
We both melted into you.
I can't believe this. What a power. Come with me. I know a spot where we can rest. I'm Louis. I'm researching blood beads. Nice to meet you.
Berserker. So as you can see, I got a new blood code from Oliver. That is his blood code. When you get a vestige, there's a vestige core and there are vestige fragments. If it's a vestige fragment, that'll be explained more later on. So I'm not going to say much about those, but this is a core. When you get this, you get an extra blood code. So I'll show you what the Berserker has once I get back to the next missile.
Ugly, isn't it? The red mist showed up a short time after the Queen was defeated. And when it did, it trapped everyone and everything inside. giving birth to the Society of Revenants ruled by Silva. The Jail of the Mists. As time passed, that was the name people gave to the world inside. The creatures trapped inside the miasma wander in a never-ending cycle of death and rebirth, always searching for blood beads to sustain them. Revenants need to have blood. Without it, they turn into those creatures we call the Lost. The Revenants who captured you were desperately searching for blood, terrified of losing themselves. It's a common fate these days. But ripples are beginning to form. You cleared the miasmas and revitalized the blood spring. Where did you learn to do that? You've forgotten? Anything you do remember? That's unusual, losing so much of your memory. I suppose it was the same for her. For now, just take it easy. Make yourselves at home.
So this is home base. We come here a lot. I like this place. It's nice and quiet, peaceful. We also get a juice box and a radio over there. Now, these songs, the God Eater songs, are DLC. I'm not supposed to have these yet. You don't unlock these until you run into them later on in the game. But I always like to play these. I won't play them now until we hear them in the game. So, for now, we'll leave that alone.
It's warm here, isn't it? Everyone wants to know more about me, but I don't know the answer to any of their questions. All I can remember is that my name is Io, and that my place is by your side. My name... I have no idea what it means.
By my side? Nani?
I'm not sure. It was simply decided. One does what must be done. And for me, that is my mission. To stay at your side.
Oh, did I say juice box? My bad. Sorry about that. I got juice boxes behind me. I was looking at them. I'm sorry. The juke box. I apologize.
I was wounded while I was searching for you. I am not a very capable fighter.
Okay. So, what she just said, remember that, okay? Because we'll find out more about that later.
The ability to draw strength from experiencing memories, and the power to revitalize blood springs, both unprecedented. Sorry, but could I get a sample of your blood? We might understand more if we analyzed it. It won't be much, just a small vial, so you won't need to worry about bloodthirst. It'll take a while to get the results. Take it easy in the room back there while you wait.
Hey, you know what? Chat, there's nothing wrong. If I say something stupid during my streams or anything, you know what? You have every right to laugh at me. I will not be upset about it. I deserve to be laughed at for that. Oh yeah, this is a juice box, even though it's clearly a jukebox. So, these down here are DLC. This is a white Mia companion. Mia is a character later on, that's all I'm going to say. This is a white version of her. She has better abilities than the original one, but again, that is, I'm not going to be using that, so I might show it off later, but I won't really be using it. Now, these are DLC blood vestiges. I'll go ahead and pick the, not vestiges, blood cores. I'll pick them up, but I'm never going to use these. Austria and Harbinger. Harbinger is the only one that I always question why it's DLC, because it only has one ability. And straight up, that ability is you blow yourself up to pretty much 1 HP for an attack that does like a little bit over average damage. I question when I use that. That's a long story short.
I've done what I can to look into your talents. I've confirmed something surprising. Revenants have blood types that differ from those of humans. These types greatly affect a Revenant's abilities. However, your blood has no specific type. Or maybe more accurately, your type is broken. Your abilities, and the fact that you have no specific type, might be due to your being what we call a void type. You were able to gain another Revenant's power through a vestige, right? That phenomenon is unique to void types. Supposing you are a void type, there's a test I'd like to perform. Don't worry, you'll get something out of it. I'm going to give you some of my blood. If my theory is correct, it should act as a medium and give my power to you. Well, here goes.
Prometheus, code owner Lewis. Well balanced for combat but fragile. It skips, bolster, dodging, and parrying. Yep, that's going to be the one I use until I get my main one later on.
Did you go visit Murasame and Koko? They should be ready to do business now. Weapons and blood veils are vital parts of a Revenant's kit when exploring. You should take another look at them. If you've got materials, upgrade and transform them. Once you've got that settled, talk to me again, and we'll continue where we left off.
Okay, let's pick up some little items that were lying around that I haven't picked up yet. We have this. And we have... oh, it's not here. Interesting. Okay, it must not be here because this is my first run, so I won't even bother talking about that. These are the DLC. They just give you information on the DLCs, so I will be doing them as well. Most likely I will die in there. Just telling you that straight up.
Nice to meet you. If Lily brought you here, there must be some reason, right? I'm Rin Murasame. I provide the back home support for all the explorers here. It's a pleasure. I've got my own reasons for why I can't go into combat with you, but I'll provide your weaponry and maintain it for you. Anyway, relax and make yourself at home. Oh, good timing. I've got everything set up now. What do you need?
So first thing I'm going to do is buy blood veil. I am going to be buying the Venice Claw. I love the Venice Claw. This is my favorite. This is going to be the blood code I use through the entire game. So get used to seeing it, guys, because I love this thing.
Thanks to everyone's hard work, I can offer new weapons. Take a look if you'd like.
Right, so these are the DLC weapons. I'll buy them, but I'm not going to use them. I'll buy them just to show you guys them, but I will not be using them because the DLC weapons in this game, they're not broken per se, but they are much higher statted than what I should have right now. So I won't be using the DLC weapons. I will be using the blood veil though.
What do you want to upgrade? Which blood veil do you want to upgrade? Okay, take care then.
And let me just clean this out real quick. So how I like to keep it is I have my attack skills up at the top. I have my attack skills up here, and I have my buffs and support skills down here. That's how I like to keep my stuff organized, so if you guys are wondering what I was doing there. Whee! Prometheus. So Lewis's blood code has a lot of very nice abilities in it. So definitely good idea to invest into this one. So if you notice, this one here, Blade Dance, does not have a master ability line underneath, or a master line under it, like this little proficiency line. That means this cannot be transferred to any other blood code. This is specifically set to this blood code. I cannot take this off. So if I want to use this, I have to be on Prometheus. That's what that means. I'll have to master those later. For now, I won't, though. Coco.
You're an unfamiliar face. Has Louis stuck his head into another pot of trouble? Well, it's none of my business, really. Anyway, I'm Coco, a merchant by trade. Stop by if you need anything. I've got just about anything you could want. If you want it, I got it.
So right now, obviously, she has very little to offer. She will get much better as the game progresses, though, so definitely keep her in mind. I don't really need any of these. Well, we'll just... Nah, 3 isn't really going to help. I'll buy daggers from her because just like Dark Souls and Demon Souls and Bloodborne, it's always a good idea to drag enemies away from each other so you don't run into an ambush or get caught in an ambush thinking there's only 1 or 2. So it's always a good idea to have throwing items and such in those certain situations.
Come again soon.
For now, we'll just leave her alone because right now I don't have a lot of haze.
All revenants carry some secret with them. Don't do anything funny. I'll be keeping an eye on you until this talk with Louis settles down.
Well, I'm sorry, Lewis's friend. I didn't mean to interrupt you. How rude.
There you are. The revenant that Louis sees so much potential in. I'm Datus. I go around for the provisional government as part of the investigation into the depths. Just as a warning, try not to stir up any trouble. If you do, I won't be able to do my job, and, well, you get it, right?
Okay, and with that, we've talked to everyone, so let's go ahead and talk to Louis again.
You remember that scene we witnessed at the Vestige? That kind of stuff happens every day here. Silva has taken most of the humans who survived under his protection, so revenants are left to rely on blood beads alone to slake their unending thirst. But, well, nothing in this world lasts forever. The springs started to dry up, and so blood beads grew rarer and rarer. And the order Silva created by levying and distributing blood beads won't last much longer either. The world needs more blood beads. Only then can we strive for fairness instead of petty favoritism. That's why we've been exploring the Jail of the Mists. We're doing research to learn all we can about blood beads. But the miasma has been a real problem. It makes our thirst even worse, so our progress has stalled. Now, though, we have a glimmer of hope. Your power can clear the miasma. If you could help us, well, we'd be drawn into a bitter conflict. Still, the truth is, we don't have a lot of hope without you. Will you join us? Thanks.
So, it's a done deal? Well then, from now on, you're one of us. Yakumo Shinonome. I'll be looking forward to seeing you in action.
Let's get right into it. Here's what's going on. We're studying blood beads and their springs. We want to know how and when blood springs appear, their cycles for producing beads, and the composition of the beads themselves. We've made a few discoveries. First of all, we found that there are tubes like capillaries running through the earth. We call them blood veins. And so far as we can determine, every single blood spring is located on top of one of these blood veins. Also, after comparing blood beads and blood veins, we now know that they are mostly comprised of the same substances.
In other words, we can safely assume that blood springs always form along blood veins. We think that means there must be a source somewhere. A kind of headwaters for the blood beads. Now that we have you around to clear the miasma, we can investigate the springs and follow the blood veins. And hopefully, find the source. Right?
We want to check out the old city ruins first. Sorry for the rush, but we should head out as soon as you're ready.
Okay guys, and for now, that is where I'm going to end our very first part of my first ever Let's Play. And I really hope that you guys are enjoying this, and I cannot wait to... Oh, hang on, before I continue this, I have a thing I need to read. Partners! Certain allies at the base will accompany you as a partner while you explore. They can use gifts to grant buffs before battles, as well as heal you with restoration offerings. You can also heal them and remove their stasis elements. Sorry. Each partner has their own unique fighting style. Anywho, so like I said, that is going to be the end for our first video, or our first episode, to an amazing game. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and where is... I don't have wave? Oh, I don't even have wave. Well, I guess this will have to be my wave for now. So I hope you guys, enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to do this. I'm really excited. I really hope you guys are looking forward to enjoying this and watching this too. And like I said, I'm going to try my best to make this a no-death run. We'll see what happens, that's all I can say. But thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I will definitely be reading the comments in every one of my videos, especially now because I'm going to have a... depending on the comments I get, it's going to depend on which ending we do. So like I said, you have until the cathedral. If there's no ending chosen by then, I will have to just pick an ending myself. I'm really hoping though that you guys, that chat decides for me. I don't mind doing any ending. I know how to get them all. Like I said, sadly, the only ending that is unavailable to us is True Ending currently, because this is the first time character, and you can't do the true ending first time character. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves, and have a lovely rest of your day. Bye, 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 bye.